Good afternoon once more, everybody. I'm Meteorologist Edward Shaw. Let's take a look at what we're looking at right now, because there is quite a bit going on. So we've watched a lot of these systems come into the area, and a lot of them are particularly nasty. I'm not sure if you can hear it or not, but we actually have thunder right over us essentially right now, likely coming from that cell that's further to the southwest, and we can certainly hear it here at the station. Now, as for what we're seeing right now, severe thunderstorm warning in effect till about 4 p.m., essentially everywhere from the New River Valley up into our neck of the woods here within Roanoke and further to the east for all you folks in Bedford County as well. And that's a pretty nasty line of storms right there, certainly going right over the radar dome. So that's why it doesn't look like it's the most perfect right now, because it's in a spot where the radar cannot pick up on it. Now, as this goes further to the east, it's going to produce some pretty damaging winds and possibility of hail. National Weather Service actually measured a 55-knot gust down at their office in Blacksburg as that system passed. And it's certainly going to continue to be like that here as it moves into parts of Roanoke, Boone's Mill, and Rocky Mount. Now, severe thunderstorm watch update. Let's take a wider view out. So you'll notice there's a lot going on right now in the mid-Atlantic. You can see flood watches further out to the west in parts of West Virginia, Kentucky. But now the biggest thing is nearly the entire portion of our viewing area is under a severe thunderstorm watch. Keyword, nearly. So with that, it's looking a little bit different now. So let's go to what exactly that watch looks like. Let's turn the radar off real quick for you. It's a very odd-shaped pattern. Now, I want to just put a quick disclaimer out there. Even if you were not included within this watch, which areas up towards the north, such as up towards Covington, Lexington, Hot Springs, all the way up I-81 towards Harrisonburg, and even part of Stanton, not under a severe thunderstorm watch right now. This is a very oddly drawn shaped watch, but it continues going east into parts of central Virginia as well. Chesterfield County, Richmond, Petersburg, Henrico, Glen Allen. However, a lot of this is dependent upon the storm motion. So why did the National Weather Service include some areas and not the others? Well, the direction the storms are moving. Let's put on a quick lapse for you, and you'll see exactly what I mean. So let's lapse this out. Let's do the last hour, because why not? Let's hit play. Now, what you'll notice is these storms are essentially going directly east. They're not really going in that northeasterly direction, and to the north, a lot of this most severe stuff is too far north to impact the areas. That is my guess for the rationale behind why some of our counties in the Highlands area are not under severe thunderstorm watches. That was a big rumble of thunder. Don't know if y'all heard that or not, but we certainly just did, indicating that storm is certainly getting closer. However, just keep in mind, just because you are not in the area of the watch does not mean you are out of the woods. You want to keep that in mind, especially with some of the variability with some of these storms. So, taking a little bit of a closer look to the west and what else is coming. You can see those cells right there. Whitfield is about to get a pretty strong cell right over it. That's right over the I-81 corridor, all the way down towards Blacklick Road and even Musser, Blacklick Road again, Glade Road. So certainly watching that area down there and as it heads further to the east. Now, the other thing with these storms is they're moving fast, about 55 miles per hour, essentially the speed limit of 581 as they move into parts of the Roanoke Valley. And the other thing, they have a lot of lightning with them. If you were outside right now, one, why are you watching the stream outside? Two, you should not be. Because with the amount of lightning of these systems, it would not surprise me if we start seeing some cloud-to-ground strikes and instances in which trees get damaged and struck. And again, the other thing you want to keep in mind is that you very well may lose power from this system. It is going to be a very powerful set of storms that come through. You can see hail reports. Hail report recorded up in Giles. in Blacksburg, that wind gust I mentioned earlier. And we're not going to likely see as many of these reports until a few minutes after, once it's safe for people to go outside and actually go report. Now, wider view, big picture. Few tornado warnings in effect. Most of them out west. There's one up in parts of central Pennsylvania. Again, we had one that was further to the west, just out of our viewing area, out towards Wise and out towards Big Stone Gap. However, nothing has been confirmed of that. So right now, we don't have any confirmation there may have been a tornado from that. But given the damaging winds, it's going to seem like there was quite possibly with some of these storms. Again, Blacksburg and Christiansburg dealing with that system right now as it goes over the Blacksburg site radar. Let's look at the Skycam real quick, just to give you a hint of what this may look like as it approaches. Again, so a lot of people out there for graduation, which got College of Science graduation got moved inside Castle Coliseum. Was initially supposed to be in Lane Stadium, but Virginia Tech made the smart call, moved it inside. Now, granted, hopefully a lot of those people have umbrellas, and if not, hopefully somebody can get them an umbrella, or they're just staying inside and at least being safe about this. As for Roanoke, looking at the Skycam now for Roanoke, that's not the right Skycam. That is one that no longer works. Let's look at the second Skycam for Roanoke. That actually works. As you can see, pretty cloudy over Roanoke right now. Hearing some rain on the roof of our building. So, yeah, the rain is continuing here. Wytheville, which has that one cell that I just showed you going over it right now. Wytheville Skycam is oddly clear, but that's mostly probably because of the direction the camera is facing. You look further to the east, you can definitely see right over there where that system is currently dumping rain. And it looks like it's expanding within the area now, too. So that Skycam looks a lot darker now than when I first pulled it up. Check on Martinsville real quick. Martinsville, extremely dark. Not seeing anything yet towards that area. Still got a little bit of time. But certainly overcast. One cell we're watching that's further down to the south. That cell may impact Martinsville here relatively soon. But overall, certainly going to be an interesting situation. This was a new severe thunderstorm warning for Grayson County, Marion, towards Galax and Hillsville. Now that is a nasty storm right there, if I do say so myself. Let's look at the 3D imagery of these. And you can see where the cloud tops, where you can see the tip of the reds, that's part of the column of rain and some of that stronger air and stronger hail that could be within these systems. And they're pretty high up there as well. You see that classic overshooting top over parts of the south side. So if you look up and it looks extremely dark, but you're not having any rain or you're hearing thunder, then you're likely seeing that cloud cover from one of those overshooting tops. Let's take it back to 2D and give you one last widespread look of the region. Again, right now, we're going to need to be watching these very intently. If you are within the path of any one of these storms, be sure you get inside rather quickly, as they're particularly nasty. A lot of lightning involved with them. That severe thunderstorm watch in effect until about 6 p.m. tonight for some areas, 11 p.m. tonight for a lot of the other areas out towards Bedford, Franklin, Botetourt, and into central Virginia, where these are all continuing until 11 p.m. tonight. We're going to continue to keep you updated with these.
That could be the back edge of that first batch. I don't see a whole lot behind it. If you turn on the...
Jeff Hanowich is right here as well.
If you look at the back edge of that going on towards the Mountain Empire, turn on the U.S. National Radar, if you don't mind. Go there, hit the U.S. radar. Okay, look beyond that cell that is being warned on towards the Mountain Empire and the New River Valley. There's not a whole lot going on behind it. So once we get rid of the batch of rain and thunderstorms that is basically overhead right now, we're going to get a break. Don't know how long that break will be. I think it will be at least a few hours.
It will, 100%.
But that's the back edge. So, you know, far southwest Virginia in the clear. Eastern parts of Kentucky that have just been annihilated with severe weather. They're in a break right now. So we are now dealing with kind of the full batch of the showers and thunderstorms with the back edge right now. Fast approaching, I guess that's Smith County, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, sorry to interrupt you, but I noticed that. I was like, oh, well, that's a good thing. We'll get a break.
And you gotta love a special cameo from Jeff Hanowich, obviously.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do. Me, on the other hand, it'd be like, no, whatever.
Oh, come on in.
Anyways, yes. So afterwards, we're going to be watching round 2 as well, which is still developing out towards Missouri and Illinois, producing tornado warnings out there. Again, not going to be anywhere near as strong when it impacts us. One thing I do want to look at real quick. Yes, certainly reports of lost power in parts of Southwest Virginia. Yeah, just be prepared in case you do lose power. Entirely possible, if not likely, that could happen. Again, leaving you with one last look of the radar. You see lots of lightning within this system, damaging winds, and potential for hail. So keep yourself safe, stay up to date, and continue to follow us online